Once a year in the mystical land of Red River Gorge, the Red River Gorge Climbing Coalition, or RRGCC, hosts the Rocktoberfest Climbing Festival, a celebration of all things rock climbing. And this festival is the home to the largest, most iconic dyno competition in all of rural Kentucky. Now, as many of you know, last year I did try out for the dyno competition, but failed to qualify. And this was really an all-time low for me as a rock climber. I really felt like I wasn't taking my climbing very seriously. So I pulled myself up by my bootstraps and swore that I would return with a vengeance. Get it? Let's go! Wait. It's been an entire year since last year, and a lot has changed. I'm not the same climber that I was back then. I started eating healthier, I founded a church with over 3,000 members, got sponsored by Rugny, use code DYNO at checkout, get 15% off your entire order, and I started taking my training to the next level.
The day is approaching to give it your best, and you've got to reach your prime. That's when you need to put yourself to the test and show us a passage of time. We're gonna need a montage. A sports training montage. Show a lot of things happening at once, remind everyone of what's going on. And with every shot, show a little improvement to show it all would take too long. That's called a montage. Even Rocky had a montage. In any sport, if you want to go from just a beginner to a pro, you need a montage. A simple little montage. Always fade out in a montage. If you fade out, it seems like more time has passed in a montage.
And I really do think that you guys, the Church of Dynology members, really helped me become the climber I needed to be, the dynoist I needed to be. But the real question was, would the Church of Dynology and a year's worth of training be enough for me to qualify?
Come on! Easy. All right.
That was it. That was the clip of me qualifying. That was all there was to it. I qualified. It was a pretty exciting moment. And the next day, I headed in expecting like a fun, chill dyno competition. And yeah, the crowd was a lot bigger than I thought. I usually don't get like stage fright too bad. It was a little daunting. There were like over 100 people there. I felt like I was on stage at a Nickelback concert. Now the scoring system for this comp was a little complicated. This is my rendition of it. This isn't like 100% accurate, but it's close enough. And as you can see, they really incentivized dynos 11 through 15. You can basically look at dynos 1 through 10, like bouldering with the harness on, fucking useless. So I thought I'd go in right off the bat with bonus 1 for 1,000 points. And the reason I picked bonus 1 was because it was an off the mat step up dyno, which if you've seen some of my other videos, I'm pretty good at. So I figured this would be an easy one. I gotta say, I don't embarrass too easily, right? As somebody who frequently makes an ass out of himself in public, I have a pretty high threshold for embarrassment. This was a pretty embarrassing moment, especially with the build-up. Like, I ran up into it like I was about to do the biggest, coolest dyno ever. So I was like, all right, well, let's avoid that happening again, and we'll just move on to dyno number 11 and work our way up. So at this point, things weren't looking too good, right? I almost kicked Justin in the face and just generally looked like somebody who should not be in this competition. And everyone else had sent multiple dynos at this point, so I was in dead last. And I was like, all right, fuck dyno 11. Let's just move on to dyno 13. It can't be that much harder.
Come on!
For those of you that might be keeping count, we are at 0 dynos, which you may have inferred is last place. So put yourself in my shoes. Imagine you're me. You're a guy who dynos for a living. You have an entire church and YouTube channel dedicated to dynos. You're in front of Chris Sharma and some other notable rock climbers, and you haven't sent a single dyno.
I wish none of this had happened.
So do all who live to see such times, but that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to
us. So more than halfway through the comp, I finally stuck a dyno, getting a quick 3,000 points on the board, but I wasn't out of the woods yet, so I quickly hopped on boulder number 12. Another 2,000 points, putting me at 5,000 points total, which you think, might sound pretty good. Still last place. Now, some of you may have noticed that one of these dynos was worth a whopping 8,000 points, boulder bonus 2. But what was so special about this dyno that it was worth 8,000 points, you might be wondering? It was a Rainbow Rocket replica dyno, an 8-foot tall step-up dyno on a 30-degree decline. I had no other choice. I was at the end of my rope. It was looking like things were over for me. There were less than 5 minutes left in the comp. I was still in dead last, and I wasn't any closer to getting the Rainbow Rocket dyno. And I will admit, I did something I haven't done in a really long time, and I actually prayed for that last little bit, just for my last attempt. I was like, Tomoa, please, if you can just give me just 1% of your dyno power, I know it'll be enough for me to send this dyno. And the thing about the Church of Dynowology, when you pray to Tomoa, he answers.
アンパラレルは2019年から契約したんですけど、やっぱり僕自身一番気にしてるのが、ゴムのフリクションを気にしてて。
So not only did I not get last place, which is pretty hype on its own, but I actually won the entire comp. Wow, that crowd's really going wild. I must be pretty cool. I actually edited that clip right before where I cut it. They offered free stuff to the crowd and were throwing out free stuff. Nobody gave a shit, but it makes me feel good to watch it from that point on. I just cut out the little part where they say,
make some noise if you want some free gear.
Be honest though, how many of you fell for that? How many of you thought that was a legit reaction to me getting first place? Don't believe everything you see on the internet. Don't be stupid. But in all seriousness, this was an awesome comp. I had a great time. Obviously getting first was just the cherry on top. My prize, for those of you wondering, I got a free pair of shoes. Free pair of climbing shoes, which is pretty nice because, I climb in Amazon Climax climbing shoes. And so, it's kind of nice getting like a real pair of climbing shoes. Well, I don't mean to say the Amazon Climaxes aren't real climbing shoes, but let's be honest. I can't remember the name of the brand off the top of my head. It was like Zendaya or Tendonitis, something like that. I'll try them out. Hopefully they're good. I'm going to get the most expensive pair I can possibly get. It's just a free gift card for any pair of shoes and you know, I'm not holding back. And speaking of new cool stuff, Rugni just sent me some new climbing apparel. I got this sick shirt. Right now I'm wearing my highballer pants. You know, these are more rock climbing specific. If you want a little versatility, you can always try my favorite, the anchor pants. You know, I wouldn't have won this comp without my anchor pants. I wear my anchor pants anytime I'm climbing because not only are they the most comfortable climbing pants on this side of the Mississippi, but they also look good too. You can wear these things anywhere. Nobody's gonna even know you're wearing climbing pants. They're gonna think you're dressed up fancy. They might be too fancy looking. So if you guys wanna try out some dope ass climbing pants, use code Dyno in the Rugni shop, get 15% off your entire order, not just pants. Anything you see on the store you like. You want the shirt, you want the chalk, you want the pants, 15% off the whole thing. Thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you guys on Halloween.